Hi, I hope this is getting through to you this time. We've had a few technical difficulties. I hope you can both see and hear me. One of the things about Hi, I hope you can both hear me and see me. Good. We're on air, and that's great because it's quite stressful. This is my first live show, and it's difficult to get through the normal ins and outs of what's happening. Okay. And just in case you didn't get the beginning of the show, I'd just like to thank Gaetano for inviting me here and for him to entrust his wonderful project in my hands for an hour. It's a marvellous platform, this, of being able to reach out to people who have had possible difficulties in connecting with other like-minded people. I'll read his mission statement, and I feel it says it all. Bridges of Light is an idea that I have been thinking upon. This is from Gaetano, the founding member of the group. I've been thinking upon it for a very long time, to create a community of beings that wants to build an energetic bridge among different universes and grow in awareness that everything is possible. Helping to involve communities of people to be aware of their own spirituality. It is a very grand ambition, and at the same time a mission that I would like to share. In order to overcome the small spaces in which we confine our existences and spread the light like a bridge among souls. And isn't that really what we want? To be able to reach out and meet up with like-minded people, and the internet is wonderful in that. I'd also like to thank Bianca, who is translating our English program into Italian. Just in case you don't know the history of it, we have, it's an Italian mainly spoken show in the other shows, but we have a number of shows coming up that will be in English and will be very much of interest to everyone, no matter where they live. Okay, this evening's show is based on looking at our psychic and mediumistic energies. We have our psychic awareness very much active every day in everyday life. We don't always recognize it for what it is, but it's something that's our natural ability. One of the things that we don't automatically think of it in relation to is healing. Our healing is something that we give out very, very freely and very willingly to people without even knowing we're doing it. When we look at healing, we think of the process of either going for healing or sitting and receiving healing. That's not always the case. Healing can be as little as a look and meeting someone at eye contact. Someone who is lonely, someone maybe who is able to see that, someone cares about them, to make that eye contact. It's a marvelous gift to give to someone, to make them feel good in that second. We meet people sometimes who are carrying a lot of pain and a lot of heartache, and we can see that in their eyes. And it's only at times maybe we say something to them that takes them away from that feeling and that moment. And when they when they break away from that moment and meet someone else who is literally taking them away from it, they go back with less momentum to the problems that they had. And that's what's really very, very powerful, because the more we think about our problems, the deeper we go into them. And this is where we have so many problems that brings us downwards, and we tend to maybe stay away from people because we don't want to be seen. But a phone call at times can be all that's needed. I know in my own life, I know I can be rushing around doing one thing, doing another, and forget that maybe there's someone that needs a listening ear, or someone that is not able to reach out but is well able to receive. That phone call at times can be very, very special. I heard a lady talking one day about receiving a call when she was feeling very, very lonely and very much in despair. And she said the lady that rang actually was ringing the wrong number. And however, the conversation got going between them. And as the conversation got going, she realised that this was an angel that actually rang her. And we think of angels with the wings and on their back, and but it was a conversation that went on for 10 or 15 minutes. And after that time, they hung up the phone. But the lady that was feeling very down and very lonely, actually, she said that she got a spring in her step, and that she's seen life very differently. And it gave her something that she didn't realise she could see, that there was people outside of her problem. So that in itself is about psychic abilities that we're drawn to work in that way, and we don't always realise it. The other aspect of it, when we do mediumistically, which I'll talk a little bit about, mediumistically we're actually connecting with our spirit friends, and they let us know at times when there is something needed by some of our friends, by relations, maybe an acquaintance. These are the things that actually we become aware of the more you do, the more you work with. I speak about psychic and I speak about mediumistic. Both, they're two different types of energy, and I'll just talk a little bit about that. I don't want to dwell too much on it at the moment, unless if you want to ask questions, which I need to put on my glasses if you do want to ask questions. And just take a short drink and see what's up. Your questions are very welcome. Okay. Okay. I was looking to see if there was questions, because your questions are welcome. When we talk about psychic and we talk about mediumistic, the psychic energy is about your energy, and it's about you having the auric energy, and that auric energy that you have is about receiving information without having to be told. You actually feel and sense what it is. Our mediumistic energy is something that you develop and can evolve into, but not everyone is mediumistic. Yeah, everyone is psychic, and it's only through developing your awareness and fine-tuning your psychic ability that you'll become aware if you are mediumistic. Just for a moment, if you stop to think, when was the last time that someone said something to you and it connected in with something that you were either talking about with someone else, or it was something that you were able to say, I realise that, I can connect with that. It is an ability, the psychic ability is able to connect far beyond what we can even comprehend. I think we're very limited in our comprehension of what our energy is. We have that energy that is all surrounding us and circulating within and without, and it's part of how we have healing when we go to a healer, how we have a healing. Okay, we also have to think in terms of that ability is fine-tuned by development mainly. Some people are born with a high level of awareness of their psychic ability, but for a lot it doesn't happen until later life. It doesn't happen until the time is right. When we have that delay, we are building up on life's own experiences to teach us and to help us in that later stage where we're bringing all our life experiences together. This is the time where our lives can maybe meet crossroads, and we have to dig deep within to actually become aware of the psychic ability. So it's always never doubt that you have it, because it is there and it's always going to be there. We have to think in terms of, I'm just going to move this camera a bit. We have to think of how lucky we are to be in the position to be aware of it, because the more we develop it, you wouldn't be here if you weren't aware of your psychic ability, because you wouldn't be drawn to things that doesn't enhance your ability. It's a very natural process. Hi Esther, lovely to see you. It's a natural process that is happening for you. So it's to do things that will help it to blossom. Look at where it is you feel that you're doing something that will actually enhance. And this is why a lot of us work with further development. We work with constant renewal. We work with meditation. All these different things that actually help us. We have to look at that aspect and then begin to see whether we are mediumistic, and you'll only become aware of being mediumistic by constantly working with it, by constantly working with the psychic and allowing it to take you to the next stage. Being mediumistic, it means you're linking in with the spirit of those who have passed over to the spirit world. It's a lovely, lovely experience to blend in with the spirit world. It's a lot of people, I was working last night and people thought, is it tiring? Does it drain you? No. Because we are being helped in the process. The spirit world won't take anything off us. It will give it to us. So looking at how we can enhance that by getting to the stage where we become aware that the information we are receiving as we sit with someone, that the information we're receiving is coming from the spirit world. It's, for me personally, it's a much lighter energy than a psychic connection. it helps to enhance, because the energy they're given, because all of a sudden they're able to come through and they're able to communicate with their loved one. And let that be in a public demonstration or let it be in a sitting. It's a joy for them. So just imagine the joy they are willing to give to you. So it's much easier, I feel, than it is to make a psychic connection. That's me personally. It doesn't mean for other people. Hi, Carol. And Zara, how are you? Not too sure that I can see others, but my glasses, I think, need to be changed and need to be upgraded. One of the things about looking at I said in my write-up that we would look at ways of seeing how we can enhance our psychic ability by doing a little psychic exercise. And I know there are people here who doesn't need a psychic exercise, but if you bear with us and just be aware of how it may give you a different answer to what you would expect. I'll ask you to just get a pen and paper if you have one handy, but not necessarily. You can do this in your mind's eye as well. To have a pen and paper and just to draw a circle. Okay? To draw a circle on either in your mind's eye or on a piece of paper. In that circle, I would ask you, what colour would you put into the circle, inside the circle? You choose the colour, and remember that there is no one in competition to you. You are just there with your circle, either in your mind or on the piece of paper. Now, you have a colour inside your circle, and I'm going to ask you now to put a colour outside your circle. It doesn't matter if it's the same. It doesn't matter if it's different. It's what colour you feel. Okay? With the colours now, with the two colours, what you will look at, I see, Bianca, you've red and you have yellow on the outside. How does the red make you feel? On a psychic level, how does the red actually make you feel? Does it give you energy? Does it give you strength? Does it give you power? Does it make you feel more active? Does it make you feel, or does it make you feel calm? Think of places where you would go into and you would see red. Think of how you react when you're in those places. Think of the age group that relates to those colours. It can be blue, green. We're just talking about what's on the inside of the circle. Now let us look at the outside of the circle, which is, in Bianca's case, is yellow. Okay? Yellow, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel that you want change? Does it make you feel that you have to be in a certain in active in your mind? Does it make you have to have the does it make you feel that you have to have a certain element of space around you? Lovely, Helena, how are you? Purple in the middle and lilac on the outside. So take those colours. When you, I just ask you, for anyone who has done the exercise, just to close your eyes for a moment and breathe. The first breath in, you breathe in purple, It can be purple light, purple colour. And now you breathe in what is the outside colour. Let it be yellow, let it be lilac. There'll be blue, green, it doesn't matter. Yeah, fine, Helen. The energy from those colours is the energy that is in your chakras. Your base chakra is colour red. You move up the chakras and you have orange in the sacral. You have yellow. Pardon me. You have yellow, you have green. Pardon me. You have yellow, you have green, you have blue. You have indigo and you have violet. They're the colours that you actually, is you, the vibration of you. Sorry, Bianca, I'm going a bit too fast there. They're the colours that your energy vibrates with. So by tuning in to the inside colour first and breathing that in, and then breathing in the outside colour, that allows you to see if there's harmony, if you feel at ease with the second colour. Because remember, the first colour is your internal colour, really. It's the colour that at this moment in time you need. This is where we come from when we say we're going to colour coordinate. We are going to have, hi Lucilla, we're going to have a change in wardrobe, a change in how we see our decor in our house. These are the things that we actually work from, is our chakras. Because they yearn for blending, they yearn for bringing together our energies with the energies of our surroundings. If you go to your wardrobe, you have many colours in your wardrobe. But the colours that you pick on that day is the colour that you actually need to help to balance your chakras. And it is quite strange because you've bought everything that's in your wardrobe, but it just is the colours that you need at that particular time. And it will change tomorrow, it will change next week. The idea that we are, that we remain the same is something that doesn't happen because we are continually evolving. Because going back in time when we see our children and our grandchildren, they love vibrant colours, they love the strong colours. And as we go through teenage years, 20s, the same, strong but less vibrant. Time goes on and we get more mellow and mellow and mellow, believe me. But we lose the urge for this real strong colours. So this is what influences our, if you look at it, this is where the chakras influence our day-to-day life. So that's our psychic awareness at work. We have to look and see at times how that works when we look at something that is really a colour that we question ourselves. Why did we choose such a colour? But we go into a shop sometimes and we see a colour that looks very different in that environment. Let it be either from yes, Helen. Helen has to go to the park every day to see the green trees and grass, which is very calming. And you can make your own little cocoon and be in a place where that colour gives you that energy that you come out of it totally revived and rejuvenated. For me, I go to the sea. I live beside the sea, so it's not a big challenge, but it's something where, for me, it's cleansing. It's just the tide itself. Everything just is natural about it. And Mother Nature has given us that gift of something where it is a very natural thing to go out into Mother Nature and be able to rejuvenate our colours in our energy field. Any questions? Has anyone any questions that they'd like on colours at the moment? For example, Bianca, about energy, how that colour. One of the things I've found in my work in healing is that the energy that someone presents, it presents in a way that is a colour. Someone silver and gold, oh yeah. Two lovely colours to put together. And silver is always recognised as protection, even though protection is something that I have a question mark over, because yeah, we won't go into that at the minute. Yeah, and it is your energy. But someone comes with a condition or long-standing health problem, and the colours actually change from being being vague, being dull, being listless as such, that it makes it, you know straight away that there's something going on for that person. And that's where colour as such is a valuable tool to work with, because it helps you not to jump in at the deep end, to take time to see what is happening. I see Helena says she has the same colours every day, but that's fine, because they're the colours you need. Green inside and yellow outside. Okay, thanks Mariella for that. The green on the inside, the green is about balance. It's also about healing. When we feel, we talk about green, there's two chakras very close here on the heart. One is pink and the other is green. And with that, what you have is balance of love. And that's where the inside, I just want to keep with that. Yeah, the balance of love and balance of life. The yellow on the outside means there's a lot of mental activity, a lot of wanting to get involved in new projects, wanting to do new things. You would get bored easily with something on the long term. And it nearly contradicts the internal green, but at the same time it does enhance it, if that makes sense. But it's lovely. It's a lovely combination of energies, because you're going to keep moving and you're going to keep on getting to the point where you want to learn more and more and more, and express it in every way. Okay, Mariella, I hope that makes sense to you. Sabrina, wear gold, and you wear the gold and the silver. The gold and the silver, there's a very fair energy behind it. And that's where you're drawn to the gold and the silver, because it's a different energy. The gold and silver is an energy where you have that lovely essence of gold that brings you from pale into a strong, deep gold. There's energy that you need when you're wearing the gold. It's like you need to have that energy, and you have to take it from the outer realms. You need to be able to absorb it. The silver is about containing. So if you look, for example, the energy that you would have when you're wearing gold, you feel good. You feel like you're in an energy pot, let's say. When you're in the silver, you feel more content. It gives you an element of being at ease. So it's a different. While the two are very precious, but it is very different. The gold is about needing to rejuvenate, needing to have energy. So when you wear it, you need to look and see what other colour is actually good for you to take in. Okay, I hope that's answers your question, Sabrina. I get, sorry Bianca, because when I start I kind of get carried away talking too quick for you. Okay. Okay. Siobhan, how are you? Lovely to see you here. What is the difference between gold and silver? Well, I think I answered that I answered that with that gold is about taking energy and using it, taking it from more. Bianca, I'm interested in gold and silver. Okay, Bianca. Energy, the gold energy is an energy that's there, and it will attract light. That's the easiest way of saying it. It will attract light, and light is love. Within that you have all the different aspects of balance. You have been nurtured, you're being fulfilled. It comes more from the outside, and it's hard to explain it in the sense of how you would explain it, but just you need to look when you like gold as your core, and that you would often wear gold, look at it in the sense of it's telling you to be more in more places where you feel fulfilled. Go to wherever that cocoon base is. Let it be the sea, let it be wherever wherever the nurturing is. Sitting at the foot of a tree is another. And tree huggers, I love you, because the energy that's there from the tree is so rejuvenating. The gold energy can be taken from anything. It's just what it does for you. It literally will give you that, what you need. As I say, the difference between that and the silver, the silver is far more relaxing. It's far more at ease energy. You're not looking for to have something to rejuvenate. You're not looking for to be able to, go here or go there. Silver is a relaxing colour, and it has that ability. If you wear silver, be aware of how you feel. Be aware of that. And as I say, go back to the circle, looking at it, and the inside colour and the outside colour. There's a harmony between the two, And when you recognize where that harmony is, be aware that you need to work with it, because our bodies physiologically spends a lot of time and energy doing things that we don't necessarily build energy from. It spends energy more than actually it gains energy. So when we spend energy, we need to rejuvenate. We need to be able to take energy back in. So this is where, if you feel your colours, the colour on the inside is a colour that, your main colour, your colour on the outside is going to actually enhance that. If you have, we'll say, just for example, a colour of blue, dark blue, to a certain extent, Bianca says both colours, you are balanced. You need to have, it wouldn't necessarily mean that you're balanced. It would tell you that you would need to enhance, because there has to be a blend in your outside world. There has to be something that comes from the outside. And the outside ring, I will give you the example there. Stop talking too quickly. We'll say if you have a dark blue on the outside and a dark, we'll say a darkish green on the inside, which a darkish green can be about settling things, becoming more grounded, becoming more at one with yourself. Shades, there are so many, I think it's 36 shades that there is in any colour. I'd say there's probably a lot more. But a darkish green will anchor you. It'll bring you into more the earthy strength of being grounded. Okay, so we have on the outside, if we have, we'll say a dullish blue, that doesn't enhance the darker colour of green on the inside, because it doesn't bring light. One has to really look at balance of light. So you see, when it makes no difference if the light colour is within or on the outer. It's just the fact that there is balance between the two. And I know Bianca said about the same colours on both sides. You would be better to look and see what you can do to get a colour that will actually enhance rather than being the same. Because being the same, it can allow you to stay in a place where you are, and you're better growing, you're better moving and emerging. That's how you benefit from it. Does that make sense to you, Bianca? Because Sabrina, I also wear pink. Pink is healing. Pink, when you wear pink, pink is a lovely healing colour. And you would have, we talk about babies when, a baby girl, pink, but now the boys are able to wear pink, which is lovely because it's about nurturing that feminine energy. But it is about building that lovely energy of healing within, and let that be on the outer or on the inner, the easiest way, the outer or inner circle. It will still do the same task. Okay, thank you, Sabrina. Okay, it's thirsty work talking. Yeah, and hi Sylvia. Yeah, Sylvia. Hi. What do you say, Bianca? Um, okay, so in general, how we talk about colour, and we talk about a balance of light, and that balance of light can be in all the different colours. Who's this from? Sorry, Bridie, you said, oh, Bianca. Yeah, we talked about colour and light, the balance of light. When we have one of the big misconceptions about light and black, the colour black. My own personal feeling about the colour black is that it's okay. It's the colour that we are nurtured in. If you want to grow seedlings, you will put them in the dark to encourage growth. You will. My thing about it, when someone is annoyed with the colour black, I say we were conceived in the darkness, and look at over 9 months we grow into something that is a miracle. So what the fear of black being present is something that I find amusing in the sense, because I come back and say, this is the reality. Black is nurturing and it is containing. People, when they are grieving and in mourning, they will more often than not wear black. It was always traditional years ago to wear black. But black is not negative. It's black is a feeling, is a colour that it projects to people that it is negative, but it's far from it. Because, as I said to you, it's about nurturing. It contains energy. It's literally when someone is grieving, they very often will wear black, because that contains their energy. They're finding it difficult to go from day to day, and that's their way of containing their energy. I know from a friend of mine who was very colourful. Her clothes would have been all different colours. She was always radiant. But she went through a very, very difficult time. There was divorce and there was a lot of proceedings involved. But she started to wear black. And it was her way of containing her energy. And, we don't realise just how much we need to do that at times. So it is, don't ever be afraid of black. It's a colour. I know I've picked in colours, in doing colour readings and ribbons. I would have picked black because I feel it's new beginnings. It's gathering strength. It's bringing us to that point where we're ready for a new life, a new beginning. So it isn't the negative that it's often portrayed as. There is no colour that is negative as such. As I say, one can balance the other in your inner and outer colours. Just be aware of how you react to them, because you are being led by your subconscious when you're doing it, and the subconscious feeds into the aura, into your aura, and is influenced. Your subconscious is influenced by your aura. So it's difficult to encompass the whole lot, but at the same time, if you just tune into your own energy, tune into your what feels right, the gut feeling, that feeling that is talking to you, the mind talk, it's letting you know there's something that it wants to get across to you. So it's never a waste to sit for 5 minutes in the day I know I'd find it hard to sit for longer, because my mind would be active, and but to sit for just 5 minutes, tune in to yourself, tune in to how you're feeling, how your body is feeling, how your reaction is to sounds outside of you, and to be aware of that beautiful, beautiful energy that you are. Because if you stop for a moment, you'll realize how much a miracle you are. So just one more question, Sabrina. You said same colour in and out, you were balanced. No, the same colour in and out. I would go for, sorry Bianca, I missed that one back there. I would go for a different, I'd look at doing something that would bring in a different colour on the outside, if that makes sense to you. I would look and see how I can enhance, because that having the same colour inside and outside is it doesn't bring you forward enough. You need to be to stay in the same place is very comfortable, but it's also doesn't allow you to reach your potential. So that's what that's where I see the colours being, when they're the same on inside and outside, you stay the same. And I think for me, who have I there asking that? It's like not going ahead. Who has asked that question? Remaining stopped. It just doesn't. In a way, I don't mean that it's wrong to be stopped, but you will enhance your own energy. Bianca. It will enhance your energy to work and see what other colours you feel is going to help you. Your colour can be, your colour on the outside is very much, it can be influenced very much by your surroundings. Your inner colour is more you, and is more your soul energy. But your colour on the outside can be influenced by your surroundings, influenced by day-to-day events. And that's why when we go for, say, rejuvenation, let it be to sit out in Mother Nature, or let it be to go to the sea, because I think you said earlier about going to the sea, you like the seaside, then those places will actually look and it will change gradually, believe me. And also what would be a good exercise to work with is to go back to being the child and get the pencils, the colouring pencils, and draw and colour in a circle. You know, in much of our developmental circles, there's a lot of focus on, hi Rachel, there's a lot of focus on using colouring pencils and going back into that childhood activity. It happens that it works very, very well in your development and evolvement, because it literally brings to light different aspects. You know, there's a lot of different things that you can do, but I know we're coming to the end of the show. I feel at this stage, I think most of them as questions has been answered, I think. Anything for you, Lisa? Just a quick... Lisa is the green. Lisa, you're in the green, so you would have the literally that energy of balance and energy of being of Mother Nature, and I know because we have talked on it, and I don't want to be doing saying more than what I already at our meeting. But there's a lot of green there, so enhance that, work with it, and the outer colour will show itself. Okay.